Hello, beautiful people. All my motivators, my hustlers. Shout out to my creators and all those hard workers out there. My name is Manuel, and welcome to the P.U.N.C H Line. Thank you for tuning in today's episode, and I hope today's been treating you well. All right, this is another day that we are blessed to see, and life can just have us feel like each day is just an ordinary day. Let's take time to pause and just appreciate that we got to see a new day, and we decide whether or not it's a good one or a bad one. So I hope you decided today is going to be a great day for you. All right. Now, welcome to today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on all the latest videos. And please leave me some comments and let me know any feedback. And I'd love to hear your insight as well. So, as we dive into today's episode, we're going to piggyback off of what I spoke on in my previous episode. We were talking just a little bit about what the power of perception can really do. We spoke on how seeing things for what they really are is a matter of finding out the deeper meaning of why they happen to us, not just because certain situations happen to us. It's hard not to see just what the naked eye tells us to see. There's deeper things working behind the shadows. And with that knowledge, we always have to basically be on our toes, not to react so quickly on the things that come our way front and center. Sometimes there's a message behind the chaos, behind the unfortunate circumstances, behind the trials and tribulations that we go through. Let me ask a question. How many of you watching have been through any stressful situation at any point in your life? Has any bad thing happened to you at any point in your life? I know I've been through at least one or two things like that, and I'm sure you have as well. That lets you know that situations, unfortunate circumstances, life, it's not fair, nor does it discriminate either. At some point in all our lives, we will go through some type of trial, some type of situation, something that is going to be hard on us in the moment. But with that being said, that's why we have to talk on a little thing called resiliency. What it means to be resilient, well, by textbook definition, if we're really going to be specific, to be resilient means the ability to bounce back from a stressful situation, circumstance, or event. But what does it really mean to be resilient? Because resiliency is required in so many factors of our life that having the key to being resilient just isn't real. I mean, hey, if you have the key, please let me know, all right? I need it, all right? But I'm sure the key to resiliency hasn't been found yet. But what has been found is different factors, different actions that we can take to be more resilient, different things that we can do to be able to help ourselves, especially when it comes to situations that we don't plan for. One way resiliency is needed is when circumstances such as life, our bills, our responsibilities, just our own expectations, when those weigh on us that heavy, resiliency is so important, because that's what we need to be able to bounce back when all of life's daily responsibilities hit us all at once. To be resilient actually is a whole process, okay? It requires, first off, we have to accept what happened to us. Now, that could be as obvious as stating what happened to you, the unfortunate circumstance that you were involved in. But we know it's deeper than that. We know when it comes to accepting things, it's harder for us because we don't want to believe that it happened. We make excuses for ourselves so that we don't accept it, so that we actually run from it and hide from the fact that what happened happened. Creating excuses for ourselves doesn't make the situation go away. Instead, accepting the situation means bringing it back to reality and understanding it for what it is, whether it be good or bad. Acceptance is so hard because we know the truth hurts sometimes. We do. But the quicker we accept it, the quicker we can transition to the next step, figuring how to go about it. You see, you'll never create a plan for something that you don't think you have to be ready for. You have to be ready for the future by preparing today. You see, we worry about the future, but we don't understand that we have to create the stepping stones that we need to get to that future. And the only way we can build our stepping stones is to keep getting back up as life pushes us down. Resiliency is strength unrealized, strength not seen, inner strength that is continuously built up from responding and bouncing back to what life throws at you. There's some people in my life that are truly the strongest people I know, and they can't even lift 50 pounds. But the way they bounce back through hard times, through stressful situations, has given them the inner strength to be able to face what life may throw at them. But resiliency is not just for unfortunate circumstances. Resiliency is a continuous process that takes time to develop. Why do I say that? Because we know that good things take time. And we know that, unfortunately, the things that we want for ourselves in the future, we can't necessarily get now for a reason. Well, multiple factors. But one factor that we may not take into account is that we haven't become the right person yet to be able to handle the things that we want for ourselves. Why is life the best teacher? Because you learn from the experiences that you go through. Resiliency is also shown in the special relationships and bonds that we create as well, whether it be a friendship or a relationship. Resiliency is needed to be able to maintain true relationships that last a lifetime. It's important to be resilient for both people because you determine whether or not the relationship, the friendship, the bond is worth fixing and getting back up for. I had the opportunity to be blessed and see two of my friends get married this year. But both of them were in long-standing relationships. And both of them talked to me and spoke on what it took to be able to get to the point of even wanting to marry each other. They talked about how so many misunderstandings had to be resolved, so many ups and downs, fights, left and right, how they had to go through all that to finally get to the place that they wanted to be at. Like I said, I don't think anybody's found the true key to total resiliency.
Hi, this is a commercial for all negatives. When talking bad on somebody, or even just having negative words come out of your mouth, it can be as sour as a lime in a baby's mouth. So, to prevent that, let's make sure to keep all negatives out of our mouths, because who wants to be negative anyway?
Okay, quick commercial break. I had to just pause for a minute because I did mention something about a wedding. It was actually two weddings. Recently, I had the opportunity to see both my friend Ravi and Brooke and my other friends, Patrick and Ashley, get married, and they're the same age as me, so it just made it more personal and more significant, just because seeing friends that I went to school with and really grew up with, truly find their loves and get married is just a beautiful, beautiful thing to witness. And me being me, I took that also as an opportunity to, go and see how they came to the point that they're at. Marriage is definitely huge. It's a major commitment, and without God in it, it can't be realized. So I asked Rob and Brooke, what made them finally come to this decision?
There's going to be times that we don't meet each other's expectations, but that's why we use Christ as our example and have grace on each other and commit to each other.
If I was to measure her up by her performance for the rest of her life, it'd be pretty bad, pretty burdensome.
The significant thing about Robbie and Brooke's wedding is that, man, love was all in the air. And once we came down to the reception part, it was crazy to see how free-flowing everything went. Obviously, I was with the groomsmen, and we were having a ball, showing off their suits and everything. They was looking good, looking clean. And when it came down after the ceremony part to the reception part, we needed an MC. We needed somebody to coordinate the entrances, for the groomsmen and the wedding party, and, to get everyone hyped and excited. But the DJ at the time was just interested in doing the music. When opportunities come to us, we can't let them pass them by. So I saw that as an opportunity not only to, get things started and excited for Rob and Brooke, but to also grow in the strength that I believe I have as well. So I wasn't expecting it, but I saw the opportunity, jumped on, and I told him I'd love to MC it. So that's what we did. We had a fun time with the reception entrances. We were able to get the crowd hyped and really just bring the energy to the reception. It was a fun time, and I thank Rob and Brooke for giving me that opportunity just to grow in my strength and to be a part of their beautiful day. But when it came down to it, they always emphasized how being true to what they believed in, the love that they grew and nourished throughout the time that they were with each other, that's what got them to where they're at now. And then when we take a trip to Patrick and Ashley's wedding, those two have been together so long that we expected this to happen. So for it to actually come into fruition, it was a beautiful sight. The ceremony was beautiful and the reception was a blast. But after reception, I had a chance to sit down and talk to them and really get down to how and when did you guys finally come to this decision? And we were just talking about the fact that at the lowest times is when the partner was right there to pick them back up, Resiliency is shown in so many different things, and I believe it's that much important when it comes to true love and our relationships that we build in our lifetime. Those weddings, not only significant because I was closely related to the people who were getting married, but they were significant in showing what true love looks like when nourished correctly and grown genuinely. That was just a little commercial break. Well, back to our regularly scheduled program. But the actions and factors that we can take to gain more resiliency for ourselves is definitely not impossible. I'm asking you to find your inner strength and to understand that whatever knocks you down, learn why it knocked you down and get back up so it doesn't knock you down again. I'm asking you to think back on the power of perception. Understand why circumstances happen to us. Figure that out, accept it, and let's figure out what to do from there. Because it's crazy how once something bad happens to us, our immediate human instinct is to automatically, get sad and upset and frustrated about it. It's natural. It's hard to fight against that. Nobody's denying that. I'm certainly not denying that. But what I am telling you is that that process can be shortened so that you can quickly get to the resolving process, which takes resiliency. Understand I'm still trying to understand this. That your emotions are hard to control, but you can continuously practice readjusting your mind so that your emotions can't control you. Let's strive to be more resilient in the aspects of our lives that require more time. Continue to pick ourselves up and continue to pick up the ones around us as well. Oftentimes, we confuse resiliency for being able to stand on your own and get through things. Nah, we all need help. If you're blessed to have people around you that care about you, don't take that for granted. Ask for help. Because through getting help, that's only going to make you stronger and help get you to where you want to go. Don't confuse it. Seek help if you need it, and be help if you can. So, I'm gonna leave you with this. You can decide if life punches you to stay down, or when it punches you, accept the punch, get up, and go punch it right back. I want you to please also know this too, that good things take time. If you believe that time is valuable, make sure you're not wasting it. Let's be resilient as much as we can. And remember, keep pushing until new creations happen. This is Manuel signing out from the Punchline. Peace.
Let's welcome the first person, family, friend, Manuel, to the microphone.
Hello, beautiful people. How are we doing today? How are we doing? Yes, that's the energy I need. Whenever I ask you how are you doing, that's the energy I need, okay? So, we mentioned it's gonna be a competition. Bring up Double J, we have Jordan and Jamie. Murray and his partner, Emma. Please do not try that at home. Please do not try that at home.
We're rolling in 3, 2, 1.
Here we are. We're at the end of such a blissful day. Such a blessed day. Beautiful bride, Ashley.
Thank you.
Ash, I just got one question. How's it feel?
Honestly, it feels pretty amazing. You know, to be married to the love of your life and your high school sweetheart. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
And I told you before, you're giving a lot of people hope that true love is really still out there.
I appreciate it.
I just you need to give us one advice for the real ones out there that still trying to hope for love and obviously having a lot of doubt with how things are nowadays. Just give them one advice to, let them know that it's still out there.
Honestly, just
Yeah, I found
be
it.
with the one that's honestly there for you always. Because when I went through hell, Patrick was there 24/7, and that's what made me realize that he was the one.
Pat.
Just be there for the
Right
one.
in the vlog, bro.
Be there for the one that loves you always, and the one that always gives you, happiness. Because that's what it was. I was at my lowest point, and Patrick brought a smile to my face. So that's what I think.
And this is the married man as we speak. The boy Patrick.
Okay.
Pat, okay, please give the people one last advice for the real ones looking for true love out there, like you guys found right here today.
Don't look for it. It'll find you.
Oh. Words of wisdom. And on that note, we are out.